If you'd like to have every day be the best day of your life, start your day by going into your office. I want you to connect with Divine Mind.
In your conversations with Miss Doering, why didn't she want to engage in services?
That she does not want Adelia back.
Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about somebody I was introduced to on my other channel. So some of you guys don't know because I don't talk about it a lot. The topics don't intersect. But I have another YouTube channel called Family Court Chaos where I just post family court hearings. Certain courts stream their hearings live. I record them, I add commentary, and I post them right up there.
Has she refused to have any contact with Adelia?
Yes, ma'am.
So I posted this hearing recently about this mom who adopted some kids and she was mistreating the daughter so poorly. By the way, I'm adopted, so this pisses me off especially. She was mistreating her adopted daughter so badly that they were there to take her rights away to this child. And then somebody commented on that video after I posted it, talking about how she was a wellness coach, influencer. So I look up this lady's name and come to find out this lady is all over the internet. Julie Renee Doering. She's an author, she's a wellness coach, she's everything but a good mom to her daughter in my opinion. Brain rejuvenation expert, master health activator. I beg. And somebody said they commented the link to the court video on her Facebook. She still has all of these YouTube videos. Julie Renee Doering, Miraculous Living. She's a speaker and author and a master healer. This is one of her books because she's an author. The New Rosary for the Awakening Heart, Illumination. Julie Renee, March 15th, 2017. Body, mind, and spirit, illuminated Christian tradition, feel the presence of Mary and Jesus as you bring devotion and sacredness into your daily life.
Mr. Minen, can you please state your full name for the record?
Blaine Minen.
And can you please state the name and age of the child involved in this case?
It's Adelia Doering. She's 9 years old.
And is it your understanding that Miss Doering, Miss Julie Doering, has signed an affidavit of voluntary relinquishment in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the court hearing that was live streamed on YouTube, and I got it. So Julie is up in the upper right-hand corner, and the man testifying right now, he is a CPS worker, and you're going to hear the word belong. That is the name of the foundation, but that means a CPS worker, a foster care worker. So he's going to explain how this child came into care and Julie's behavior.
And is it your understanding that this relinquishment has been signed and filed with this court basically since the inception of this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is the department, through Belong, willing to accept Ms. Doering's relinquishment today?
Yes, ma'am.
Does the department consent to Ms. Doering's relinquishment today?
Yes, ma'am.
Julie had previously signed her rights away, trying to give this child to foster care, and apparently she's here trying to take it back.
And are you aware of whether Ms. Doering was able to meet with Ms. Pearsall to discuss the contents of that affidavit?
It's my understanding that she was able to.
Okay. And to your knowledge, did she sign it freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Okay. Was Ms. Doering given the opportunity to complete services to get Adelia back if she wished?
Yes, ma'am.
And what were those services that she was asked to do?
For Miss Doering, it would be engaging in individual therapy, as well as completing a NAMI parenting education program. For her resource management and basic needs, it would be staying in communication with Belong and meeting with us and providing proof of employment and a household budget.
That's very interesting that they were asking her to do a budget. They don't always do that. I watch a lot of these CPS cases from my other channel, and they only ask that when the parent is in a financial hardship. So either they're poor and spending their money irresponsibly, or maybe she's not poor, but she's like overspending so drastically that she's living way above her means and something is wrong, like your house is in foreclosure, something along those lines. It's not a standard thing they ask of parents, such as counseling, for example.
Ms. Doering was also asked to complete a psychosocial assessment before starting therapy. And then it was asked of Ms. Doering to participate in family therapy as well.
Okay. And were those services discussed and created in a family group conference?
Yes, ma'am.
And did Ms. Doering attend that family group conference?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it your understanding that she attended because she was ordered by the court to attend?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what was the context of her engagement in that family group conference?
She was present and engaged, not so much on creating the family plan and getting the tasks together, but more focused on not wanting to do the services.
Julie, Renee is the #1 brain rejuvenation expert. She has mapped out the human blueprint on how to work in the quantum field, both clearing and cell regeneration, in her groundbreaking book, Your Divine Human Blueprint. She has added words to our vocabulary with her quantum technique for regeneration, cellular neogenesis, and for her medically documented DNA obliteration for removing harmful DNA. That's like cancer treatment. That's what that sounds like.
As in replacement for chemotherapy, like holistic cancer treatment, because cancer is damaged DNA, right? And therefore she's saying, oh, I can heal your DNA, which is terrifying.
Scary. Her expertise also includes the complete removal of spiritual parasites and anchors. In my opinion, that sounds like I'm making up a problem that doesn't exist. Spiritual parasite, that's okay. And then you're going to pay me for me to remove the thing that I just made up that you didn't know. Enter to the mentors with folks like Jack Canfield and a host of other celebrities. She trains students in her original quantum activation trainings, reaching into 64 countries. With the miracle of live stream trainings, prolific, she is a best-selling author and has more than 150 training and 187 transformative meditations. What? She only has 823 followers on Instagram, but at least she hasn't deleted these videos yet. And she does have videos of the girl that she was in court for. It's giving the vibe of like, this is for show. I adopted these black kids for show. Look at me. I'm sorry, I can't prove that. That's just speculation. But based on what I saw in her court hearing and her social media, that's my opinion. I feel very worried for these children. According to the accusations in the court hearing, this lady was taking her daughter in and out of the hospital, saying all this stuff was wrong with her. And since she's been in care, they're like, none of this is happening.
If I can get an admonishment for Ms. Doering to restrain her reactions.
Yeah, Ms. Doering, you may hear things that you don't agree with, or you may hear something that you do agree with. In trial, the modicum of behavior is to just keep your reactions to yourself. Don't react to everything, because it can be distracting. And it can also be influential on somebody else. So if you could just, for lack of a better phrase, just keep a poker face throughout the entire proceeding, whether you agree or disagree with something. Okay. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. In your conversations with Ms. Doering, why didn't she want to engage in services?
It's my understanding that she does not want Adelia back.
And what concerns does Belong have with that?
Not being willing to be a parent to the child, not placing her in, I guess, situations that would be in her best interest, Adelia's best interest. I mean, it's concerning that a parent would not want a child back, and through that, the child shouldn't be in a home where the parent doesn't want her.
And what concerns does Belong have if Adelia was to return home to Ms. Doering?
We would have concerns that she would kind of revert back to how she was before she came into care. We would have concerns that she would be over-medicated, that she would be placed, like I said kind of earlier, placed in situations that would not be in her best interest.
And do you believe it's in her best interest to be returned to Ms. Doering?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you think that it's in Adelia's best interest for the court to accept Ms. Doering's relinquishment today?
Yes, ma'am.
So when did DFPS first become involved with Adelia?
I know there was involvement when I believe Adelia was at the hospital.
Why did DFPS have to get involved while Adelia was at the hospital?
Julie was dumping this child in mental health hospital. So she's not at a regular hospital with an illness. She's at a mental health hospital and she's leaving her there. She's telling the hospital, I'm not taking her. I'm not getting her. I don't want her.
Miss Doering was refusing to pick up Adelia.
Who had taken Adelia to the hospital?
I believe it was Miss Doering.
Did Miss Doering indicate that she wanted CPS to take over Adelia?
It's my understanding that she did want that.
And did she express an intent not to resume care of Adelia at all?
Yes, I believe so.
Has she taken any steps to regain possession of Adelia since she was left at the hospital?
No, ma'am.
Has she made it clear that she wants to permanently sever her ties with Adelia?
Yes, ma'am.
Mind you, this witch adopted this little girl at birth. It's not like she got her when she was 5, 6, 7. Not that that would make it better, but as a person who was adopted at birth, that is the only person that little girl knows as mom. It's not like she has a memory of a different mom. You have been bonding with her since she was a newborn baby.
Has she refused to have any contact with Adelia?
Yes, ma'am.
Has she refused to allow Adelia to have any contact with her brother?
Yes, ma'am.
Has she refused to complete any of the services that were offered to her?
No, ma'am.
Has she been willing to have any visits with Adelia?
No, ma'am. Oh, sorry.
That is sustained. I think you did already ask that question.
Has she refused to have any phone calls with Adelia?
Correct.
Has she refused to allow Adelia to have any contact at all with her brother?
Correct.
Looking through Julie's Instagram, there is another child in the videos, and this one appears to be a lot younger than the girl we're talking about in this court hearing. I don't know if he's adopted as well. He also looks to be biracial. He might be adopted as well. I don't know why she seems to be wanting to keep the boy and not the girl.
Did Miss Doering provide Adelia's belongings?
Yes, ma'am.
And did she provide everything because she had no intent of Adelia returning?
That's my understanding.
Has she done anything to maintain insurance for Adelia?
Not to my knowledge.
Since providing Adelia's belongings that she had at the time she was hospitalized, has Miss Doering provided anything else for Adelia?
Not to my knowledge.
Has she paid the child support that the court ordered her to pay?
I believe she has.
So how long has it been since Adelia saw her mother?
I believe it would have been before she was hospitalized, her most recent time.
And has Adelia been able to have any meaningful contact with any of the people that were in her life prior, teachers, friends, extended family? Has she been able to have any meaningful contact with any of them?
Not contact. Her old church sent her a birthday gift. But face-to-face contact or anything.
Did Miss Doering send her a birthday gift?
I don't believe so.
Did she send her a card?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so you testified previously that Adelia was hospitalized when CPS got involved. How many times has Adelia actually been hospitalized?
She has been hospitalized several times.
And these were mental health hospitals, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What diagnoses did Miss Doering say that Adelia had during the investigation, during Belong taking over and during the family group conference? What did she say that is wrong with Adelia?
She had mentioned that Adelia had been diagnosed with fetal alcohol syndrome as well as premature hyperandrogenism.
I had to look that up. I thought, is that a made-up term? It's not. Hyperandrogenism is a condition with excessive androgen hormones like testosterone in the body, causing acne, excess facial body hair, irregular periods, and scalp hair loss. Now, I looked up and down this lady's Instagram, and I looked at pictures and videos of this little girl. She didn't have any of this. At least she didn't have any of these symptoms that would be visibly obvious, like excess hair. I think that this lady, Julie, was using Adelia as an example for her wellness stuff. I think she was assigning this poor child a multitude of symptoms and diseases and illnesses that were made up. And then she could go in with her wellness crap, her quantum physics, whatever the hell, and be like, look, I cured her with my wellness shit by my class. And when Adelia was like, stop, I'm not, and whatever Julie was doing to her was causing her to be emotionally unstable and upset, and she was becoming too difficult for Julie because Julie probably doesn't love her. I mean, it doesn't seem like she loved her or ever loved her at all. She just wanted to use her as a little business tool. So Julie dumped her at the hospital.
She reported that Adelia was given an exemption from vaccines due to a reported autoimmune disease. She also stated that Adelia was diagnosed with a malignant gut bacteria and that use of antibiotics could lead to death.
Did she also state that Adelia had reactive attachment disorder
I believe she did.
and autism?
Yes, ma'am.
Any kind of developmental brain abnormalities?
I believe so, but I would have to go back and check.
Has Belong been able to verify any of those diagnoses while Adelia has been in your care?
No.
Are you concerned that Adelia's diagnoses were being over-exaggerated or fabricated by the respondent mother?
Yes.
Has Adelia shown any signs of being autistic?
No.
Has she been diagnosed as autistic?
I don't believe there's been a formal diagnosis.
Has she shown any signs of reactive attachment disorder in her current placement?
I don't believe so, no.
She's actually pretty bonded, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Adelia has received antibiotics in the past, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did she die from them?
No, ma'am.
Does she have any problems eating?
No, ma'am, not to my knowledge.
Does she have any problems taking medications?
Ms. Doering, I need you to keep your video on during the trial, please. Thank you. You can ask that question again, Ms. Harris.
Does she have any problem taking medications?
She knows how to take them and can follow that schedule.
They're not making her sick though, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you haven't seen anything that would support any kind of gut problem, correct? I'm sorry, I didn't get your answer.
Oh, sorry. I said no, not to my knowledge.
Okay. And she's been to a doctor, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
She being treated for any of that stuff?
No, not to my knowledge.
How many medications was she on when she came into your care?
She was on quite a few. If I remember correctly, it was around 6 when she had first came in.
How many medications is she on now?
She is currently on 0.
And is that with the full oversight of a medical professional,
Correct.
and she's not demonstrating any problems, even though she's not taking any medications?
No, ma'am, she's doing very well.
Did Miss Doering even allege that Adelia was a psychopath at the family group conference?
I believe she did.
Has she been diagnosed as a psychopath?
No.
Have you received any reports of her displaying psychopathic behavior?
Only incidents listed in the affidavit, nothing else.
Nothing since she's been in the care of belong?
No, ma'am.
What grade is Adelia in?
I believe she's in 3rd grade.
Is she receiving any kind of special education services?
She is receiving 504 services.
And what is that for?
It is for like extended time in the classroom working on tests. She can take tests and exams in small groups as well. She is able to use like I forget what they're called, like counting tools to help her with math as well. She gets to speak with teachers about like staying on task, and she gets to stay close to them.
And is all of that meeting her needs?
Yes, it is.
And are there any concerns about her grades?
No.
Are there any concerns about her being behind?
No, her foster mother reports that she's very on top of her schoolwork.
Have there been any reports of her being violent with her foster mother or foster siblings?
No, ma'am.
Have there been any reports of her being violent with anyone since she's been in the care of belong?
Correct.
That was unclear. She asked, are there any reports of her being violent with anyone? What would your answer to that sub part of the question be, Mr. Mining?
For anyone, there were reports in the past.
Were those by Miss Doering?
Yes.
And that aligns up with this wellness shit, doesn't it? When I was listening to the hearing, I was like, oh, Munchausen's. That sounds like Munchausen's by proxy, where you pretend your kid is sick for attention.
But now I feel like, if possible, it's even more insidious than Munchausen by proxy. I think this lady adopted kids in the first place because she wanted to do something like this, assign these weird illnesses that aren't necessarily provable, and then cure these diseases so that she could sell courses and be like this big shot in her niche, which is this wellness, quantum, whatever. Anywho, the trial did not conclude on that day, and they're coming back on January 14th at 9 a.m. I will be watching and recording and updating you guys, and if you really want to make sure that you catch it, go follow my other channel, Family Court Chaos. It will be linked in the description. One more thing I wanted to say, this lady, Julie, has 4 adult biological children. So she already had a family and raised her kids. So why are you adopting kids? And I'm not saying you can't just because you want to help foster kids, you want to make a difference, but I just don't feel like that's what this lady is doing at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching.